been running.
Oh my god.
That's just a little bit of tire movement.
A mechanic noticed this truck parked outside an auto parts store. The owner apparently had a blowout in the woods and didn't have time to change it.
Customer come in for the power steering light coming on. That'd do it. But what's more impressive, that's how they drive the water pump. Yes, that is a cable tie.
Check the tires real quick. Good. 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 Good.
This customer said his timing chain was making noises and needed to be changed. Maybe it was because it hadn't had an oil change in 40,000 miles.
Ladies and gentlemen, customer states that the transmission is overheating. Well, there's the first 8 quarts. There's another 5, and it's still going. I wonder why it was overheating.
Yeah, this is what never been overloaded. Only used for light work. Looks like. And that helper spring is pissed.
This customer declined all repairs, only wanting an oil change and nothing else.
Yep.
The owner of this car kept driving for 20 miles after a warning message for no coolant popped up. The last stored code it had was for having low oil pressure, as the oil got too hot, hitting above 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Customer states flat tire.
Yeah. I don't think I can fix that.
Customer states vehicle is in perfect structural condition. Needs absolutely nothing. Okay. I don't know where the inspector is.
The customer decided to attempt their own bodywork after getting a quote from the body shop and ended up creating this mess.
When I say it's not quite right, that's what I mean. I mean, firstly, the tracking's out. Don't know if you can see that, but look at the ball joint, people. Look at the ball joint.
You wouldn't believe it, but this vehicle came in because the customer was complaining that the steering feels loose.
Fun.
Customer states wants undercarriage inspection. I don't think this is how you go about it.
This customer's complaint was that their engine was making some noises. And yup, that's a piece of tape covering the oil light. And what's even worse is that the dipstick was bone dry.
Customer states car goes into limp mode due to low boost pressure. Yeah, you know, that could absolutely be part of it. Yeah, the intercooler split at the seams.
This damage was caused when the owner's girlfriend found out he had a wife. What's even more surprising is that they ended up paying the $16,000 repair bill to hide it from his wife.
Just an air conditioning performance, please. Don't worry about the rear end. Oh, God. Does this look right to you all? Does it?
Customer states clunk in the rear. Oh, let me just tighten my brake caliper bolt. Oh, that's a problem.
Customer states, I've been having some weird electrical issues with the car losing all power sometimes, only for the mechanic to find this absolutely insane wiring setup in the trunk.
Just about to do a WAF inspection on this Honda Shadow. I just start walking around the car. I'm like, shoo! Lord have mercy. They drove it here like that. Man, that is so smooth. Like, wow. That's just great. It's great. Oh my Lord. Oh.
This customer said they didn't drive through any puddles. At the time it was a completely brand new Cadillac Blackwing that only had 300 miles on it.
There comes some more. Now we're getting there.
You ever see a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat? What about a mechanic pull a rod bearing off of a motor? Peekaboo! Peekaboo!
Customer reported their car had been overheating for the last 2 to 3 days, but kept driving on it. It ended up being a broken radiator fan.
Today on What's Wrong with My Car? Sister's husband states car shut off. That ain't right. Interesting.
This is the definition of don't touch when you don't know what you're doing.
RX 350. Customer states, yo, at idle, my AC blows warm. That's not the only thing that's warm. Jesus. There's a big gate. Look, it says it's hot. Why are you worried about AC? Jesus Christ.
This customer ignored this one wheel bearing as they thought it was the lower ball joint until it finally failed. And now they'll be replacing a lot more than just the bearing.
On today's episode of Daft Up. Yeah, Daft Up.
Perform four-wheel alignment. New tires. Poles to the right. Why do you do this to me?
Customer states they hit a curb after avoiding an animal on the road. They definitely hit something, but the fact they also lost the rear tire as well makes me suspicious.
More oil is more better, right?
This bus literally just had passengers on board before it came into the shop. It's obvious the driver hadn't done a walk-around inspection in quite some time. It's lucky the mechanic spotted it before there was any rain.
How much does that cost?
2005 Ford F-150. Customer states, cluster is not lighting up. Tried to put a fuse in, but nothing wrong with fuse. A new fuse did not work. So I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes, through your soul, and tell you that it's 1 hour diag, please.
I've been in the car business a long time. I ain't never seen like this. Clamps, some kind of wheel. More clamps, more flakes. And then you come around here and the transmission ain't bolted in. It's got a ratchet strap to hold it. Yep. No the mount ain't got no bolts in it right there.
This customer attempted to do their own tune-up on their car, and as you can hear, it's not too happy about it. It turned out they had messed up the coils after putting new spark plugs into it. Customer states, I just want new pads and to not replace these rotors.
Doing a used car inspection on an Infiniti Q50. It just gets worse the more you look at it. Thank God for this fake carbon fiber trim and melt the exhaust.
Bridgestone. Grand Touring. And
Customer states they fixed the exhaust themselves, and as a bonus, they welded it to the alignment bolt.
This Beamer came in. We're just addressing some issues. Haven't been driven in a while. CV axle's kind of leaking all over the place. Let's check this other side, make sure everything's good. Yeah, it checks out. We're good. We're good.
This vehicle drove in like this for a safety inspection after the customers reportedly just bought it. Thankfully they only paid $1,000, but still should have got a quick inspection first. They ended up selling it to the local wreckers instead of driving the death trap around.
This seatbelt is unsafe.
This one wasn't actually the customer, but their buddy who said they knew how to do bodywork.
Where is it?
Customer states front end noise. Yeah, probably.
Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, banana.
Just a little bit overdue for a new hitch, I think.
Well, it does appear to be okay until you see this thing right there. I don't know how the hell this strut, the shock blew up, man. What the hell happened there? Damn.
All right, here's the after removal.
A customer sent this video to the mechanic asking why their engine is trying to jump out of the engine bay. Those motor mount bushings have probably disintegrated into dust.
One more time.
Customer states I got a coolant leak. Oh yeah? I think so.
Customer refused to let the mechanics fix this, even though they said they'd do it free of charge.
I'll say it once and I've said it again. DIY customers are my favorite. They're like, yo, the belt keeps shredding. So we put a tensioner and an idler on it and it shredded the belt again. So we'll just bring it to you guys. Well, the alternator is bad, right? See that brand new idler pulley? That don't spin. And then yeah, it looks a little crooked too. So I got to redo all of it.
The customer decided to keep driving on this tire instead of just calling AA, so now they'll need a new rim as well.
We've got some little rattlers. Just let everybody know, be afraid, be very afraid. Everything else is the same color. Let's slide under here a little bit. Homemade brake lines. Hey, get it done, that's fine. Center exit exhaust. That sounds great. Let's see here. Oh, wait, hang on. What do you got going on here?
Oh, quick disconnect O2 sensors. Okay, yeah, got it. I could see a use for that. What else do we have on here? Ew. Alright.
Customer reckoned they hadn't changed this gearbox oil in the 40 years they had it.
Okay, do it now. Okay, that's good.
Vehicle's here for an oil change. Checking the air filter as one does. And of course the customer declined to have the air filter replaced. Alright, whatever.
Customer states the brake pedal goes all the way to the floor. Judging by the brake dust on the rim, I think we all know how this is going to look.
Time for everyone's favorite game show. How much oil is left in my engine? Got a 2016 Chevy Equinox. Customer complains of a check engine light and a rattle noise in the engine. Says we did timing chains sometime last year and apparently this is our fault. Not the fact that, you know, he doesn't have any oil in the engine because he didn't check. But no leaks. But everyone knows that these things burn oil. You need to check your oil regularly, so that way you don't have this happen. Alright. This is hot. It's not much. If you guessed 1 quart or less, you spent less than a quart, you win. Congratulations. Thank you for playing How Much Oil Is Left in My Engine.
This vehicle came in for a detail. Alongside the trash it had mold growing inside of it. Yuck.
...2008 Pontiac Grand Prix. Customer states transmission leak. Well, one undersized Kodo is transmission fluid. What is that? Dude, that is...
That's factory, man.
That's factory, right? There is a hole in your transmission, dog. That ain't right. That's not right.
Yeah, you should see this.
Oh, there's no pinion bearing.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah, we look. Oh.
Well, the bearing's there. It's just not attached anymore.
Yet another great example of a customer attempting their own repairs only to make things worse.
$35,000 miles in between oil changes. Get you this. Nasty.
Everything looks normal.
Customer drove in like this wanting to trade the vehicle in. They knew something was wrong, but thought it just needed a new tyre. Honestly, for a customer's temporary fix, this really isn't bad. Customer states I accidentally filled up my diesel car with gas, and as you'll soon see, it's definitely not their first time making this mistake.
obviously didn't work.
Thanks for watching another episode of Mechanical Nightmare. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you have your own clip, you can send it to us using the link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.